There's a specific kind of exhausting that nobody talks about. It's not the exhaustion of failing. It's the exhaustion of succeeding and spending every single day waiting for someone to figure out that you didn't deserve it. You got the grade, you got the compliment, you got the opportunity, and instead of feeling proud, your brain whispered, you got lucky. They don't really know you. If they did, they wouldn't be impressed. That voice, it has a name, and chances are it's been living rent-free in your head for years. Impostor syndrome is not self-doubt. Self-doubt is normal. Impostor syndrome is something more specific and more cruel. It's the gap between how the world sees you and how you see yourself, and the quiet terror that one day those two things are going to collide. Psychologists Pauline Clance and Suzanne Imes first identified it in 1978. They were studying high-achieving women who, despite objective evidence of their success, were convinced they were intellectual frauds. They expected to be exposed. They believed their success was luck, timing, charm, anything but actual ability. Here's what makes it genuinely disturbing. The more competent you become, the worse it can get. Because now there's more to lose. Now the fall would be further. Let me be specific about what this actually looks like in real life. Because it doesn't always look like panic. Sometimes it looks like being the person everyone comes to for help, while privately Googling the same things they're asking you about. Sometimes it looks like nodding confidently in a conversation you only half understand, terrified that one follow-up question will expose everything. Sometimes it looks like presenting as skilled, put together, capable, while a quiet voice inside is saying, "You're not that good. You just haven't been caught yet. You perform competence." And the performance is convincing, so convincing that people around you, classmates, colleagues, friends, actually believe it, which somehow makes it worse. Because now you're not just uncertain about yourself. You're actively deceiving the people who trust you. And the loneliest part? You can't tell anyone, because the moment you do, the illusion breaks. Here's what's actually going on in your brain. Impostor syndrome feeds on a specific cognitive distortion, the inability to internalize your own success. You are very good at absorbing failure. Every mistake sticks. Every gap in your knowledge feels permanent, defining, real. But success slides off. A compliment feels like politeness. A good result feels like luck. An achievement feels like a fluke. Why? Because your brain is wired to protect you from overconfidence. It's a survival mechanism that got stuck on overdrive. The same instinct that keeps you from being reckless also keeps you from ever feeling like enough. And here's the cruel irony. The people most likely to suffer from imposter syndrome are not the least capable people in the room. They're usually among the most capable. Because it takes a certain level of awareness and intelligence to even recognize the gap between what you know and what there is to know. Incompetent people rarely feel like frauds. They don't know enough to know what they're missing. You do. And that awareness is being mistaken for inadequacy. There's another layer that makes this worse, and it's the people around you. You look at a classmate, someone confident, someone who speaks first, answers fast, never seems to second-guess themselves, and your brain does something dangerous. It compares their outside to your inside. They look certain, you feel uncertain. Conclusion, they're better than you. But here's what you're not seeing. You are comparing your internal experience, all your private doubts, gaps, fears, to their external performance. You don't have access to their inner voice. You only see the surface. And their inner voice might be saying the exact same things yours is. The most dangerous thing about imposter syndrome is that it's invisible. Everyone around you is performing some version of confidence. Almost none of them feel it completely. You are not the only one faking it. You are just the only one who thinks you are. Here's the thing nobody says clearly enough. Feeling like a fraud is not evidence that you are one. Read that again. The fact that you question yourself, that you notice your gaps, that you hold yourself to a high standard, that is not weakness. That is conscientiousness. That is someone who actually cares about doing things properly. The real frauds? They don't feel like frauds. They never wonder if they're good enough. They assume they are, move fast, and don't look back. Your self-doubt is not proof of inadequacy. It's proof that you have standards. The problem is, you've been applying those standards only to yourself, never giving yourself the same credit you'd give someone else in your exact position. If your friend told you they felt like a fraud despite working hard and improving every day, what would you tell them? You'd tell them they're being too hard on themselves. So why won't you say that to yourself? If this video made something shift inside you, if you found yourself thinking this is exactly me, then you're exactly who this channel is made for. Subscribe to The Quiet Theory. No noise, no performance. Just the things people feel every single day but never say out loud. We're just getting started. Impostor syndrome doesn't go away when you become good enough. There is no threshold, no moment where you finally feel qualified. It goes away, slowly, partially, when you stop waiting for external validation to confirm what your effort already proves. You are not behind. You are not a fraud. You are someone in the middle of becoming and mistaking the process for failure. The quiet truth is this: the fact that you feel like you don't belong is often the clearest sign that you do.